November 26th, almost Thanksgiving. We almost made it. Thank you for joining us, Channel 20 Marketplace. I'm your host, Benny. Let's get into our trending stories. Up first, the fight everyone was watching. The promoter for the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight is trying to knock out claims that it was rigged. Paul won the controversial bout by a unanimous decision after 8 two-minute rounds. The match was the most streamed global sporting event in history. It was streamed on Netflix with peak viewing figures of 65 million. The event also reportedly broke various betting records. The fight drew criticism from across social media and the boxing world, including Hall of Famer Oscar De La Hoya, who said he believes Tyson was held back. Most Valuable Promotion, which was co-founded by Paul, defended the authenticity of the YouTuber turned boxer's victory. MVP says both fighters performed in good faith to the best of their abilities with the goal of winning. It also described rigging claims as illogical and insane. And next, the Thanksgiving travel period is here, folks. The TSA expects a record number of people to fly from today through Monday. It predicts Sunday will be the busiest travel day of the year in terms of passenger count. But the FAA seems more focused on today. The FAA expects to have the most airplanes in the sky on this Tuesday. Its administrator says that could make staffing a struggle. The founder of the Points Guy says inclement weather could compound the FAA's issues. He suggests travelers check for delays and cancellations and factors that might cause them delay before leaving home. He says many airlines allow passengers to change flights even before storms hit. If passengers do get stranded, new refund regulations might help. And lawmakers say airlines are ranking in billions of dollars in so-called junk fees. Today, a U.S. Senate subcommittee published a report about all those extra charges that we pay when we fly, like checking bags or choosing your seat. It found from 2018 to 2023, 5 U.S. airlines made more than $12 billion on seat selection fees alone. The report also found some airlines like Frontier and Spirit reward agents for catching travelers not following carry-on rules. That makes sense now. In addition, lawmakers say some of these fees are set up to avoid taxes, giving smaller airlines an edge. Airline officials will get a chance to respond to the report next week when lawmakers hold a hearing with officials from American, Delta, United, Frontier, and Spirit. And finally, Thanksgiving is in 2 days, and a woman from Alaska is airdropping turkeys to her neighbors and others who live in more isolated areas. Casey Mankel has more.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's both? That's Esther Sanderlin, loading frozen Thanksgiving turkeys onto her plane and dropping them off to her neighbors in Skwetna and others in the region who live off the road system.
During the freeze up, you can't really get around. So you can't travel out there, but you can fly.
This is Esther's 3rd year doing her turkey bombs, making sure those living off the grid aren't left out for Thanksgiving.
One weekend, and I was visiting our newest neighbor, and they were talking about splitting a squirrel 3 ways for dinner and how that didn't really go very far. And I just had a thought at that moment, you know what? I'm gonna drop them a turkey for Thanksgiving because I recently rebuilt my first airplane with my dad. And so I could do that really easily.
She got the idea after growing up in Skwetna.
We had a friend, a neighbor that would airdrop turkeys to my family and to other families in the neighborhood.
Esther hopes to turn this mission into a nonprofit.
And my vision with this is to reach farther parts of Alaska because there are so many families that live rural, that live off the grid.
This year, she is dropping about 30 to 40 turkeys. And for those wondering if this bruises the bird.
And they're all frozen, so some people are like, does this hurt the turkey? Is it like tenderized? Or, they're all frozen. They literally just bounce off the ground. Or if it's on the ice, they bounce off the ice, or if we're low, they'll just roll like a bowling ball.
It's all in an effort to ensure that no one is forgotten, even when living off the grid. Cassandra Mansell, Alaska's news source.
Those are your stories for today. We have an amazing show ahead. Marketplace will be right back here in 2 minutes.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.